Welcome to another edition of the Hgp Sports News-August. I'm Sean Embrock. We begin with cricket. He was appointed temporarily ombudsman for cricket, but the Guyana Cricket Board filed an injunction restraining him from performing his duties. Now, Professor Winston McGowan weighs in on the predicament of cricket in Guyana. Several impasses and court actions plague cricket in Guyana. Consequently, Guyana was denied international matches. The timely and fair holding of elections for fresh office bearers is also under the microscope. The previous PPPC administration sought to normalize the situation by way of the Cricket Administration Bill. However, this was met with resistance by the GCB, but was subsequently approved in the Guyana Parliament with input of all the stakeholders. Subsequent to that, an ombudsman for cricket was appointed to oversee elections for new executives of the GCB, as previous elections and outcome were viewed as shady.
Guyana cricket has been in great contention for several years, and there's a view that the current Guyana Cricket Board is not there as a legal body. It's a result of rigged elections, and it's clear that they want to maintain their position. And the other people who call themselves stakeholders for Guyana cricket and other names who want to get them removed. But the thing is, everybody feels that you must get this cricket on a legal basis.
Professor McGowan opined that the current administering structure of cricket seemed to be operating as a private property, a suspected maintenance of status quo.
The YCB has to recognize that cricket is a national game, it's a regional game. You cannot treat cricket as if it's a private property. That's one I think with the YCB over the years, not only just now, they've always treated cricket as if it's a private property.
For the good of cricket, the elections should be allowed to go on, the professor further stated.
And my position is, let's have the elections, whoever wins, wins. I mean, every 2 years they're going to have elections again. So if you lost this time and you figure you're better equipped, you can then come into power. But we need to get people to come together and support Guyana cricket.
Meanwhile, the current modus operandi for General Cricket Administration in the West Indies is viewed as a compromise, one which feeds the Guyana situation.
It is, especially because the international body, the ICC, is not prepared to handle the Guyana's problem. A lot of international bodies, you have a supreme international body. If you have problems in different regions, they would intervene if you can't solve your problems. The ICC is not willing to do anything. So it's left to the WICB. And the WICB really, its position has been very unsatisfactory as far as I'm concerned. Very compromising, right? The different countries of the world are run in different ways. What's happening in Ghana could not happen in Pakistan. The Pakistan government would already dissolve the whole thing.
More from Professor McGowan in subsequent reports. Meanwhile, at the recent town hall meeting held at the GBC Club, July 23 last, to discuss cricket, guest speaker WICB President Wycliffe Cameron urged frustrations from associations who vented at that forum. Protest Action welcomed the WICB president when he arrived for the town hall meeting by members of cricket associations who felt discriminated against by the governing GCB.
So the cricket was hijacked by the illegal Guyana Cricket Board. We got together and we formed a stakeholders committee, and we have tried every possible thing to get cricket legalized in this country. For now, cricket is illegal. Illegal in the sense that all the persons who are clamoring to be officers of the board are not, because they were stopped by the courts in Guyana.
The Guyana Cricket Board that has elected himself did not come or emulate from free and fair elections. There are 3 counties supposed to vote. We're talking about way back in 2009. And only 1 county voted. There are 3 counties voting, and all 3 supposed to have 9 votes each. That's 27 votes. Only nine voted, right? And they themselves, all the press were chased out of the meeting. They were chased out of the election. So nothing properly was recorded. But the courts know, and everybody know that the elections were not free and fair.
East Coast Stakeholder Committee members. WICB President responded to the concern in which he proposed an out-of-court solution.
But I just like to say to you that we'll never solve this in court. And I think we need to understand that there are a lot of personality issues at play. And if everybody is willing to come to the table and sit down and forget the personalities, then it can be solved. I met today with the Minister of Sports, Honorable Rup Narayan, and we have agreed that we will move the process forward. So I can assure you, in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, we will try and bring everybody together to move it forward. But let me just say, and let me make it very...
Contrary to all talks, cricket in Guyana is still locked away in the courts of Guyana, with several injunctions awaiting the court's ruling. GT Bear futsal competition continued on Monday at the Sports Hall with 8 more exciting games and a total of 38 goals scored overall. First up, Kitty Weavers defeated Queen Street Tiger Bay by 5-4 in Game 1 on Day 3 in what can be considered an exciting matchup to kickstart the night's proceedings. West Front Road had the better of Ben Street also by a 5-4 margin of goals. Sparta Boss outplayed Globe Yard, the margin of victory 8-1. And Festival City were light against Agricola to record an 8-4 victory. Point standing after last night's matches, Festival City lead Group A on 6 points, Sparta Boss in command of Group B also on 6 points, Group C, West Front Road and Sophia are tied on 3 points each, and West Road lead Group D on 6 points. Action continues on Thursday. FIFA Assistant Referee Training Program opens this morning at Guyana Rocket Center. 2 FIFA-accredited referees will facilitate the training. Calvin Chapman reports.
The RAP program will last 5 days and will see FIFA referee instructor Peter Prendergast along with referee fitness instructor Alan Brown working along with referee development officers and referees to help raise the standard of football officiating in Guyana. Prendergast spoke on the program's significance.
The training of the referees in Ghana, it is important because we want to ensure that we have consistency in the interpretation and application of the laws throughout the entire world. So Guyana, being one of the members of FIFA, one of the 209 members, has equal opportunity as all the other countries in this program being given to them here.
The program involves the fitness and technical elements of the game, and the referees will undergo the rigors of a FIFA fitness test tomorrow at the Lenora Track and Field facility.
The referees are even looking fitter, which is great. They're not looking like potbelly referees anymore. They're actually looking like referees that you would see on your television from any part of the world, and that's great.
Lancaster shared some of the initiatives he has brought since taking over.
We have some criteria in place. So we have training 3 times a week. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. One which is fitness training and the other 2 technical. Once a month we'll have classroom where we'll bring together the top referees in Guyana and we'll go through video analysis, examine clips.
The program will conclude on Saturday.
That's sports from us here at HGP Nightly News. Your weather forecast is up next.